Hi there, it's Bram. You're watching Buy and Hold Fundamentals, where I look at 20 potential buy and hold properties every day of the week. I do a very initial analysis. At the moment, we're still looking at Carmel, Indiana. We have been for the last couple of weeks. And going forward, rather than look at absolutely everything, I've reduced the max price to up to 300,000 K. That way, we don't look at all of those city mansions we've been looking at, which we know we're not going to buy anyway. So having said all of that, let's get started. Oh, come on, you can do it. Just give me the numbers. There we go. And as usual, we grab the address and go over to our trusty Excel sheet and start entering our data. Go back for the price. The other thing we've been able to establish is that there's both an average and a median rent in this market, and rather than assuming a 1% rent ratio, we're actually going to multiply the rent by the rent ratio which we've found. The rent ratio we found is 0.65%. That's the median rent ratio. And we'll see what that does. Every Saturday, hold on, I don't need to go. Every Saturday, what I do is I take a look at all of the properties I looked at over the week. I pick a criteria under that I want to filter them by. Last week, for instance, I filtered them by properties under 300,000, 1722. And then I do a deeper analysis of those and see whether we can find things that are still interesting, or if we can draw some conclusions about the market. I'm going back to grab the tax info. That's 4,300. And that gives us a negative cash flow of, that's still okay, of $415, negative 6%. Negative 415, negative 0.6. All right. Well, gotta pick up the pace because otherwise this is going to take forever. Next, go through our usual address, back, price, back, figure out, not like that, but up here. Figure out the rent ratio, and that's 285 times 6. And that's going to be 1853. And we'll go like this: 1853. Back for taxes. 2,200. And again, we see that there's quite a bit of fluctuation in taxes. That still doesn't get us in the green. 238 minus 238. And what was that cash on cash? 3%. Okay, next. Address that goes in here, back for the asking price, that's over here, 300, 65, 1950. What I really need to do is put a little formula in this field, and that'll fix us. Anyway, 1950. There's always things to improve on the sheet. But like everything else, it's the doing that makes us notice what's missing, and then we can fix and iterate. Here you see, again, taxes have gone up. Not entirely clear why, but it changes the picture entirely on the property. 5,300. More or less the same price range, drastically different taxes, and here you're losing $500 minus 7%. Minus 495 minus 0.7. Okay. There we go. Stick that over there and we grab that price. Curious about the taxes on this one now. Because the real question is, so that's gonna be, let's see if taxes here are similar to that second house we looked at. 2254. 2254. 17, 22, 54, and then that over here, and no, not like that. Oof. And not like that, but over here. In the end, I'll get it. Okay, so there we go. Minus 245, minus 4%. So there was a difference in taxes, and now with a comparable house, you can see what a difference that one makes. And there's no reason for those to fluctuate that much. So the question really is the higher taxes the right rate, or the lower tax is the right rate? And even though that in this example, neither of them cash flowed positively, that's something always worth looking, not like that. That's something always worth looking into, because if for some reason you have grounds to lower your taxes and you can actually demonstrate that, that's a way to make a place cash flow, and that might have scared away other potential investors, and you can use your superior understanding to find a deal where others don't. Right. Stick that in there. 1787. Okay, and we need to go get tax info. There we go. 2100. Okay, minus 231 minus 3. Minus 231 minus 3. Okay. We go over here and we grab this. Not like that. And oh yeah, I just noticed I gotta change the name of this file, because otherwise I'm going to override. Come on, you can do it. La 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 la. What the hell is this computer doing? There we go. That's day 1, week 5. There. Okay. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Okay, 290 times 065 gives us 1885. And let's see what the rest gives us. That's the price, that's the rent. Go back for taxes. 6135. 6135 minus 566 minus 8%. Okay. And after this one. You're going to have to wade through a lot of properties before you find something that's worth investing in. But that's somewhere where you can press your advantage. You're willing to do that, you might actually find something. 300 times 65, 195. 1950. And back here. This goes in here. This goes in here. Okay. And what else are we doing? Taxes. 2200. Minus 236, 3%. And we're off to the next one. There we go. Let's figure that out. We'll go over here and do it like that. 1787. And we will grab those taxes. 3,400. Another thing that's worth looking at is your expense ratio or the 50% rule. It should be around 50%. Obviously, it's a rule of thumb. But if that's a lot higher or a lot lower, you know that something's out of whack. And here we're getting at 345%, not like that. Minus 339 minus 5%. And we're off to the next one. And we'll grab that. No, not like that. Like that. There you go. What's that give us? 270 times 5, 1755. Okay. Taxes. 22. And minus 238 minus 4%. Minus 238 minus 4. And there we go. Now, grab the price. 275 gives us 1787. That goes over there. That goes over here. And now we just need the taxes, which are over here. 1800. And minus 206 minus 3%. Minus 206 minus 3%. Close that one. There we go. What's 240 give us? 156. 156. Let's do 241 for 6. No, like that. Like that. And back for taxes. 2250. And we're losing 243, 4%. Minus 243 minus 4%. And we're off to our next one. Anything here? Yeah, what's this? Auction. I'll take it. Let's see if it's... Auction price, and yeah, so we are going to stick that in here, but for the auction I think that what we really should be doing is seeing if we've got something. It's estimated at 250, rent's estimated at 1800, so let's do that. And right, we want to go back for taxes. 1900. 1900 here. 1800 here. Asking price over here. And what do you know, guys? We got something positive. Okay, and the reason here is that you see that the rent ratio is close to 1%. Expense ratio is a little lower. It's near the 40s instead of near 50. And that's why we're in the green. Let's put that in. 128 and 3%. The question is that going to get bid up? Condo. Price over here. 290 gives me 1885 more or less, and we're going to go over here. Stick that in here, 1885, and we're going to go for taxes, which we don't have, so I'm going to assume 1% of the tax of the 1% of the purchase price, and we're losing $300. Now, I didn't pull that 1% on the property taxes out of my ass. It's looking at a lot of the property taxes here. It sort of averages out to about 1%. So that's where that comes from. And it differs from municipality to municipality. If you get serious about a place, you need to figure out what the tax rate is. And if you really want to buy a place, you need to see what the actual tax rates applied are, because, like we've seen, they can fluctuate radically between very similar properties. So you need to know what you're being hit with on a specific property. 215, don't say anything. There we go. 254 times 065. 1650. 1650, and I hear my kid waking up. I'm just going to pause for a second. Back to work. I think I was here to grab the taxes. 2300. And what that gives us is still losing money. 254 and 4%. And that's not going to help. Minus 254 minus 4%. Off to the next one. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Grab the address. Back to the Excel. Stick that in here. Roll up a little. And we'll grab the price. Not like that. Like that. And what did 300 give us? Let's call that 1900. Just for the hell of it. Put that in here and then stick 1900 over here, and we'll look for taxes. 2400. And we're losing 283 and 4%. Minus 283 minus 4. Off to the next one. Anything else we can see here? Blah, blah. And let's see what our 500 times 65, that gives us let's check if that makes sense. We can go in here and sometimes get a rent rate. It's a little low because I got 1450 and this is saying 1650. So let's see if that's enough to get us into the green or the black or whatever you call it. And here we go. Stick in the price, stick in the market rate, and check for taxes. 1675. 1675, and no, but it reduces our losses to $78 and 1%. Okay, off to the next one. There we go. Back for the price. Stick that in here. Let's see if we can get market rate. 1650. And That might be enough to push us over the edge. Just need to check on the taxes. 1950. Taxes are higher here, you see. And we're still at a negative 35 bucks. Negative 35. 0.1. Okay, next. There we go. We looked at that. Hospital and got a bit of auction. We'll take it and put that in here. And over here, price over here. Let's see if we can grab a rent. If there's enough here on 1325. 1325, and let's see what that gives us. 1325, and we go back for tax info. There we go, 2470, even higher. And another positive, 27 bucks, 1%. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Okay, we're good to go over to the next block. Grab that price, very similar. Over here, and let's see if we have something on rent. 1450, which gives us what? 1450, which is more like 1%. 25, 24. 25, 24, and 67 bucks. 67, and my bet's that's still 1%. Nope, it's already 2%. And I thought I wasn't going to find anything today that would get us past into the black. Shows you how much I know. Not that, we wanted to start with the address. Okay. We grab price, stick that in here. Grab. Can we get that? 60.95. 60.95. Let's see what that gives us. Back for taxes, and that gives us 21.30. We're back to below the 1%, and we're losing 251 at negative 4%. Minus 251 at negative 4. Well, that gives us another 20 properties I've looked at. I'm Bram, you're watching Buy and Hold Fundamentals, and I'll see you tomorrow.